Hi everyone. This is the live stream intro music. Lots of people here already. Goodness me. I'm trying to figure out if the Move Manager supports loading folders of samples. Yes. Well, I think it did. I tried. I've got a folder of samples on mine. Whether I loaded the folder or not, or created the folder and then put the samples in the folder. Either way, they're in a folder. Folders, man. Folders. Folders are cool. So today we will be looking at the new Ableton Move, or not so new now. It's been out a week, and everyone's been all at Twitter. I've spent a little bit of time with it, but I decided to kind of clear my brain a little bit, and I've also wiped everything on it. So it's a completely empty Move. I wonder if I switch scenes, if the music will keep playing. Also, I thought maybe I would have a quick look at some of the things in Live 12.1. It's been a big week for Ableton. Lots of stuff. Lots of comments that are really hard for me to read because I've got the screen really small. Sold out in Europe. Goodness me. Is it easy to navigate and load sample folder kit into Drum Rack? It's incredibly easy to use, this thing. I put some brakes on it, chopped them up, had a very nice time. Right, so I wouldn't normally do a live stream like this involving multiple camera, well, one camera, multiple scenes, stuff being plugged in, loads of cables everywhere, and so, you know, I'm not very slick at this type of stuff. Maybe a little bumpy, so bear with me. Anyway, we're going to have a very nice time. Let's get rid of this stupid music. No one wants it. Stupid music. Okay, let's go to the Move. So hopefully you can see the Move and you can still hear me. Let me know in the chat, because like I say, I don't really do this level of advanced OBS stuff. Hi, Mr. Ned Rush. I wanted to say how much I loved 100 Sides. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thanks for listening to that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's really old, 10 years old. Can you see the Move? Can you see the Move, and can you still hear my voice? Okay, thanks. There's a slight delay. So, let's turn it on. And so, yeah, I've got nothing on there. I was just going to basically just do anything completely from scratch. The battery should be pretty charged. It's just going from the headphone out into my mixer. Now, the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box, I've deleted the demo sets. No offense to the person who put all that time into making those lovely demo sets, but I wiped them. Is that it's so incredibly quick to... Sorry, I think I'm clipping a little bit. It's so incredibly quick to change sets from this page, this set overview page. It's almost instantaneous. Now, there's no sets in there at the moment. I'll demonstrate once I've put a few in there. But it's so quick and instantaneous to just go from one set to another. Lots of people, you know, something happens on the internet, a product gets released, and then suddenly everyone thinks that they're really interesting for having an opinion about it. And lots of people were saying, there's only 4 tracks. Yes, there are only 4 tracks. But it's so quick and easy to just come into the set overview and go to another set. If you're doing a set and you hit stop, give it a few seconds. It's just ready to go to the next set. Anyway, so let's go into this set. This set is loaded now, I think. It's empty. So I can go in here and then let's see if it's coming in. Oh, wait a minute. 7 and 8, I think I should be. coming in? No. Hang on a minute. I haven't got... Oh, no. Wrong button. Here we go. This should be... Hey, there we go. Oh, might be a little hot. Now, another thing that I like about it is that when you load a new set, it just throws 4 presets at you. I don't know if the drum kits are randomly assembled from samples on the drive or if they're actual kits, but I kind of quite like that you just get something straight away. You just get 4 kind of ideas. Whatever. Is my mic a little clippy? Anyway. Right, so quantize is... Oh, I can't remember which one quantize is. It's this one, I think. There we go, I'll quantize that. Right. Oh, did I get that? Yeah, so the capture thing is working. I'm not sure how well these presets are going to work together, but I don't even know what key I'm in. What's the key? This one, I think. C major. Let's go to C Dorian. That's the best of all keys. How do I come out of that? I think I just go exit. There we go. All right. Go down an octave here, I think. Now, we want to mute a track. We press this M button. All right. So this button, I think, here we are in the clip editor, the clip thing. So I'm sure we've all worked out by now that it's Ableton that's been turned. That it's been flipped. It's been flipped 90 degrees this way. Right? They got Ableton like that, and they went whoop like that. So you work this way now. So I've stopped all of those clips. Let's bring everything back in a little bit. All right. Right. Let's duplicate the drums. I believe that's this button here. There we go. I've copied those drums over. I'm going to go into this one. Let's try some note repeat, which is this one, I think. We can adjust the rate here. I know that capture's been in Ableton for a really long time now, and it's been on the push, but I'd never ever really used it, and I've never ever really used it to actually overdub stuff. I've always kind of done this old-fashioned way of like get a thing going, hit record, do the performance. There's something, so it takes so much stress out of doing like a take. There is something weirdly nerve-wracking about hitting the record button and then going and trying to do something compared to just, oh, what I did just then was really good. I pressed that and it's in. And it on the Move now, it does this with automation. If they're planning to put that into Ableton, that would be unreal. But like, so let's maybe do something. Let's come out of this note repeat thing. Let's look for, so let's like transpose this hi-hat thing. Let's mute those other tracks. So I select a pad here, and then this parameter here is the transpose. There we go. It just recorded that. It captured that automation. That's fucking brilliant. Put that in you've got to put that in Ableton. That is got to be one of the coolest things. And then it turns red as well. So what other parameters have we got in here? So these lit ones, I think, imply that there's a parameter here to explore. This is the hold for that sample. I wonder if you can mute. There we go, I can mute. So this is like the drum rack. You can mute the other things. So we can adjust the decay here. Grain size. Oh, yeah, these are the playback effects. There we go, I've stretched that like an idiot now. There we go. I've just caught that as an automation as well. Yeah, we're making boom bap glitch now. Okay, so that's a quick look at some of the drums. Now let's go to this bass thing. So you click there to go to this instrument. Is there enough light? Do you think I need more light? Can you see? You can actually. It looks kind of cool. Does it look quite cool? It's sort of. Is it the angle right? I'm not very good with cameras. It's quite dark, but I don't know if I could maybe put more light on. Where's my thingy? I'll put me thingy on. See if that helps. I've got a special thingy here. See if this works. Has that made it worse? Which do you prefer, light or no light? This is light. This is no light. I like it with no light. I don't care what you think. Right, so let's have a look at some of the parameters. So the synthesizer, well, there's two synthesizers. There's drift and wavetable, and they're very kind of light versions of those synthesizers. And we've got some parameters along the top here. Filter for cutoff here. Oh, so this is wavetable then. This is wavetable. So I suspect that maybe these are wavetable presets that have been put into like instrument racks with macros or something. Oh, I've ruined this patch now. But let's say I don't really like that patch. So we can go in here. And these are some other patches. Let's try this Grimer bass. Let's see what this is. Oh. Try a different one. Yeah. You can audition them. That one was good. There we go, that one's loaded. That stupid grainy thing I did earlier is getting on my nerves. Right, I've just muted that a little bit now. There we go, I've just captured that little bit of automation. That's one of my favorite things. Let's unmute this thing. Let's try a different preset for this. So we go here. Can listen to some different presets. They're all pretty tasteful. All right, let's go for this one now. Sounds pretty good. It's just coming in on a stereo on my mixer. I think it sounds pretty good. So that is kind of what happens when you turn it on. So let's go to the set overview page now. So that is the set I just made. Let's make a completely new set. So I've just tapped this slot, and now we're going into a completely new set. So let's go in here. Now we're going to have completely different sounds. Oh my God, that was terrible. Yeah, sometimes that capture thing isn't really that good. So I actually kind of want to delete that clip. So we will go to here. I'll press that and delete that. That clip is gone. And then we'll go back into this. And I'll just try something that was at roughly the same speed as the previous one. Oh, fuck that up. No, I didn't. It's fine. So this is sort of the same tempo as the last project because I want to show you how quick it is to change sets. So let's go to a different thing now. So two very basic sort of sketches there, right? So I can go now to the session overview page, and I can go straight to that previous set. Now it's not like on the grid, it's not quantized or anything, but you know, you just take a little pause. Oh, everyone goes, yeah, a bit of a clap, woo, 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 the song's finished, and then boom, you're into the next song. That is brilliant. Well, I think it's brilliant. So there's lots of presets to try, but what I want to do is kind of make something myself from scratch using a handful of things. So I'm going to make a new set. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go into the drum track on the first track of my new set, set 3. Now, oh, this is a session drums kit. But I want to put my own sounds in there. So I'm going to go to the browser. Now, if I go all the way out of the browser to the top, so we're at the top. Yeah, let me do that again. So we're at the top folder structure here. And if I go all the way down to, no, where is it? I need to remember where it is. Is it drums? I think it's drums. Go all the way down to drum. No, I can't remember where it is. Damn. Maybe there's one more. Ah, no, I remember what it is. So, okay, let's talk about this. Look here, people. So you've got these 4 pages. The top left page, like item on the list on the page, the first page, that is the kit. The second is the sample on the selected pad. The third is the reverb send, and the fourth is the saturator. And I think these are kind of global. So I want to load in an empty preset. So I'm going to go all the way to the left, then go to the menu, then go back again. And then I think down at the bottom, we've got templates. We go into templates and we can choose drum kit. And now we have a drum rack with nothing in it. It's just empty. And I'm going to sample right into that using the internal microphone. So I'm going to go to this pad. I'm going to hit this button to sample. And I'm going to press a pad and make a noise. Cut! Right. Cut! There it is. Cut, 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 cut. We can adjust the start position here. Oh no, that's the transpose. Where's the start position? Here's the start position. So it's actually kind of got the start position pretty good anyway. Not the best sounding sound in the world. Let's go for another pad. Let's go for this one now. Yeah, it sort of does a... I like the way that you just punch, record, and stop. Oh, that's loud. So let's see what we can do with this sound. Let's see what kind of parameters we've got. So we've got the start position here. Here's the trance position. The attack time, the hold time, the decay, the playback effect, the stretch factor, and the grain size. So this chooses what type of effect. This is drum sampler. This is what type of effect. And then these are the two parameters depending on what effect you have. But there's a second page. So I believe when you're in this sample page, which is the second one along, you press it again. You go back. No, that's wrong. Oh, I deleted it. No, it's still there. So I need to remember how to do this. Back. Is it shift? Maybe it's shift. Parameter banks. Right, okay. So hold shift and touch the encoder, the jog wheel. And now we're in 2 banks of parameters for that single cell. The first one is the stuff with the transpose and the start position. Then there's a second one where we can choose the filter. So I don't think I need to enter that. They're all now just, right, so now I can filter this down. Bring up change the filter type. Choose whether it's a gate or a trigger. Choke, that's good to know. We can set choke groups. That's really good. Velocity to filter to attack. Yeah, so that's where you can assign what parameter the velocity is controlling. Velocity to filter. And then the panning. So you've got extra banks of parameters for each instance of a drum sampler. That was a terrible sound, I've decided. Although I've just mapped I want to do something like... maybe I'll just do a click or something. I was going to try and make a kick drum from a click. So let's just try and... Yeah, that's a little bit better. So let's go to... Yeah, it's very... I think it's recording based on a threshold or something. I want to see if I can make a kick drum. So let's, again, hold shift, press this, go into parameter banks, go to the second page and filter it down. Not the best sounding kick drum in the world. Maybe I can apply like maybe let's go into the, okay, let's go back to the main page. Let's see if we can choose like, yeah, let's try punch. No. Okay, let's try the sub oscillator. Okay, maybe that's not enough. Oh, that's low. Whoa, there we go. Can you hear that low end? Whoa, my days. Oh, I've ruined the start position. I think you can hold shift and zoom. No, was there a zoom? Oh no, is it this one? I can't remember. There was a zoom thing. Anyway, I've made a kick drum now. So let's try do something with this snare maybe. Let's try the punch on this. Okay, let's maybe see if I can put a pattern in. All right, let's try and do it with, let's delete that clip. That was terrible. Let's try and do it with the click on. Let's turn the click on. Right, very, very slow tempo. So let's go to the tempo here. Let's go up to like 130. Oh, that's nice. Right. Right, that kick drum is sounding a little bit naff. So let's see if we... Turn that metronome off now. Okay, so this is something that's kind of quite good fun. I'm going to try and do this now. So you can sample onto a pad when there's already a sequence in there, and you can keep doing that and it'll just overwrite whatever sample's in there. So I'm just going to draw in. These are very ASMR buttons. I like these buttons a little bit more than the push buttons, I'll be honest. God, I'm not here to review it. I'm just here to mess about, but these buttons are really, really good. So I've put a sequence in here on this, and I'm going to sample into it. There we go. I just went into it, and now that's a sequence. I can do that with like something else. I could just overwrite the sample. This I find quite good fun. I was doing this a lot the other night when I got it. I was just sat here with headphones and just making stupid noises into the mic and just putting like sounds onto patterns that were already in a clip, and I was just getting jack in house. Although the kick drums were sounding a little bit better than this, maybe. Where's the noise thing? There we go. This is good. Am I on the right thing? All right, now let's try and do the 16 pitches thing. So let's go to a new slot, and I'm just going to go do like a la into it. La. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, let's go to the saturator and see if we can crap this out a bit. Oh my goodness me, there we go. It's going to start coming to life now. I think this is on the whole drum track now. Whoa. Right, that's... yeah. Alright, so now that's starting to sound a little bit less shit and a little bit more banging. So basically, what I've tried to sort of do there is just try and make something sounding half decent by just making little snippy snappies into the built-in microphone. And then a little bit of sort of design on the instruments in conjunction with the effects that are on, I'm guessing, the entire thing. So we've got a reverb send. Let's see what's going on with this. So maybe this is for this sound. Ah, so this, now we can send pad 2 to the reverb. Yeah. Which I think is going before the saturator, which is pretty mad. guzzle there. We don't have to have reverb, I don't think. I think we can change this. We can go back and we can have delay. They're all presets, which is nice, but I would quite like to just have a blank. Maybe it's there, I just don't know how to do it yet. Let's go for dubby 16th dub. So now we're on the delay page. Maybe we can adjust some times here. Delay time, here we go. That thing's starting to get on my nerves. Oh, hang on. They're all sort of 16th divisions. Let's maybe like go to the session view and duplicate that clip, and this one will just mangle around like a silly person. So very quickly you can grab little fun bits of automation. Let's see if we can sample, like use the melodic sampler. So I'm going to go to track 2 and we'll go again all the way. We'll navigate all the way to the left, press enter on the jog wheel, go out again, maybe. No. Okay. Let's try that one more time. Out and then templates. We've got templates for, right, sampler. Here we go. Analog drift, analog filter. Right. So there's lots of these templates I like very much. Let's just go for this empty sampler. So this, has that done it? Right. Okay. So now we've got an empty sampler. So I haven't tried this. Let's see how this works. It's like a really powerful Casio SK1. We can go down an octave. Right. Let's go back to this session. Let's play this first clip. Okay, all right. So let's see what parameters we've got on the sampler. Transpose, start position. Oh, bit of polyphony. We got polyphony there as well. Filter frequency, filter resonance. Let's go into my drum kit here and maybe let's just take some of these out. Okay. Let's see what parameters we've got for the sampler. Parameter banks. Setup. Let's have a look at the setup. Filter type, envelope type. That's it. Very, very, very basic. Very, very basic sampler type thing. Whoops. Okay. So again, we've got, okay, can I come out of that? How do I go back like that? Oh, no, it's toggled. Whoops. What have I done? Come out of that. Main bank, yes. Okay, here we go. So let's see what we've got here. Let's go back. We could have a redux on here, I think. Whoa. What have I done? What have I done to that? So you've kind of got, apart from drift and wavetable, you've got a very, very basic sampler and then a very, very basic drum rack with drum sampler, and you can sample straight in. And then you've got like a little bit of stuff to play with. I think you've got like one send effect and then one insert effect. That is my guess right now. I think this menu system is quite intuitive and it's basic, but it's just like you click a thing, you go into it, you come out, whatever. Yeah, I like it. So let's see if I can filter this. I've changed my mind about that Redux. Let's see if I can find something else. Let's go back. Let's see what else do we have here. Dynamics. Very basic compressor, I think. Let's try the flanger. A little underwhelming. But then. All right, so you got some very, 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 you know, like there's a hell of a lot you can do if you know like how to do your sound design, and you know what happens when you change an envelope, or you know if you decrease the decay time of a sample in order to make it shorter. You know, you can quickly kind of start turning these things that you sample into something else, and you could also kind of re-sample this back into another pad. Why don't we try that? Let's go to the session view, turn these off, and maybe I can re-sample that kick onto another pad. I've never done this before, so let's mute these things. I don't know how you would do it. Shift sample? Mic gain, monitoring off. Oh yeah, I've turned that off. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Is it shift? Ah, resampling. Here we go. I did it. So I resampled that kick drum. I don't know if I did it particularly well, but I resampled that kick drum, which is a sample of me clicking. And now it's here as a nice, good, clean sample. So that, actually doing that in Ableton would be a bit of a faff. Like you wouldn't really be able to resample back into a pad on a drum rack. I think that in itself is, I mean, I'm very new to it. I think if I did it quite a lot, I think with these things, like you've really got to kind of just keep doing them and doing them and doing them, and then it becomes muscle memory. Like a lot of this stuff I've just sort of gotten from like reading the manual. I was in bed all weekend because I hurt my back, so I was reading the manual. But there we go. So now I've got that sound in there, and I can do the same sort of processing. Let's turn that. So with a little bit of time, a little bit of perseverance, you could record something shit in there, run it through some of the effects, run it through some of the ADSR stuff, and then sample it back in. You've got a nice new sample here as well. All right. So, okay. How's the chat doing? Let's go back to our... It's obviously the best thing I've ever made in my life. Right, let's turn that down a little bit, and I'm just going to see what's happening in the chat. There's too many comments. I can't respond to all of these. I'm not sure this is for me. I hear very basic stuff. It reminds me of K-Oscillator app on the iPad with a lot of very good sounding presets you could combine together in songs. Well, there you go. 50 gigabyte available use the storage. Yes, there is quite a lot of storage. That's true. And I didn't even really think about what would happen if I wiped the entire thing. Because there's obviously lots of samples in there that Ableton have put on there, which maybe you could take off to free up some space. The only thing I've deleted was the demo presets. And the other thing as well is that, like, when you sample sort of into the pads like this and you sample on top of it, I don't think you're necessarily writing over what you've sampled. I think it all gets stored somewhere. So, you know, all of these things that I've been doing whilst I've been messing about, they're all still there, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, when you go into the Move Manager, there's just a big list of stuff. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's have another look at. Let's listen to the ones we were doing earlier. So very quickly, we can go to our other sets, which I think sound better than my shitty samples. Think you might be clipping ever so slightly, mate. Oh, sorry about that, mate. Your neighbours. It's your turn to go tell Ned to shut up with the weird vocal sounds. Well, quite. The other night I was just sitting here going, ooh la la. All right. So what we're going to do now then is have a look at what happens when you do the Ableton Cloud. So I need to go to, I can't remember which one it is, settings, check I'm on my Wi-Fi and check that cloud is on. Right, cloud is on. Right, so we're going to look at the cloud, then I'm going to look at ways that you can control live with it, and then I'm going to do one more sampling thing, and then I'm going to stop. So I've got another scene here with Ableton and Move here. Hopefully you can all see that. So I should be connected to my cloud, but I am not. Right, so I wonder why that could be. Let's have a quick look at the manual, shall we? Yeah, I didn't. Ah, here we go. Ableton Cloud options in the overview. Ah. Okay, maybe I need to go into Move Local. See if this is working. So no, that's not working. Let's just try it again. Let's try move.local. Is it because my Wi-Fi's on? I'm on. Ah, here we go. Right. So now I got to type in this number 423980. Okay. So now here I am in the Move Manager. Let's turn the move down just a little bit more. Let's go to the other set. No, I like that other one better. So this is where you do all the stuff to take care of it. So we can go to our sets and you can see here, these are my 3 sets that I've just been making. There's the time and all that sort of stuff. And if we want, we can download them. Then there's the recordings. So these are the recordings that I did today. These are my samples that I have uploaded. So I have folders here of breaks. I've put some breaks in here. I was going to try and make some jungle stuff on it and put some sort of other samples in. And then there are the presets which appears to be empty, which is weird. So I don't know whether that's presets that you make yourself on the Move or if it's presets that you can put in from somewhere else. I don't really care about that right now. What I want to do is get my sets into Ableton via the cloud. Let's go back to Ableton and see if that has worked. No, I wonder why not. Sign out. I don't want to sign out. Do I have to export as audio? I don't really want to do that. Let's go here. can anybody help me? Ableton Cloud options are in the overview. You can hold shift and press the pad and access the Ableton Cloud for this. Oh. Ah, right. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, manual. So I had to click a set and go hold shift and click the pad. And now it says upload to cloud. So I guess I'm going to do that. Color 20. All right. Upload. Oh, here we go. Scroll down to upload to cloud. Uploading to cloud. I guess it's doing that now. Okay, that looks like that's done. Let's go to hold shift and press set number 2. And then go upload to cloud. Uploading. And then let's do the same thing for set number 3. Let's hold shift. Go upload to cloud. It says it's uploading. All right, that's done. Now, let's go to Ableton and see if this has worked. There they are. It's worked. It's brilliant. Isn't technology just so good? It's they say to you, oh, like, you can do this. You can do this and this and this. And then you go, we'll see about that, actually. And then you do it and you're like, oh, yeah, it can. It can do that. So there we go. Now, those sets that I've just made on the Move are in Ableton. So let's import them in and see what they look like. So here's set number 1. We can just drag that in here and there are all the things. They're the same color. Let's have a listen to, let's see if it's going to come out. There we go. So there is everything that we did. You can see that I totally screwed up that first note. Let's just put one in there like that. So I think this is really an ecosystem that is pretty. I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, when they introduced this with the Ableton Note app, I'm not a big mobile. I'm not one of these people that's like, I'm sat on the bus and like, oh, I've just had a flash of inspiration. I must make music right now whilst I'm on the bus. I must make music on the bus. And then when I'm home, I know that I can, expand. Like, I get that this is really, really, really good stuff. It's not 100% for me, but I think it's really, really, really good if you're kind of that way inclined. And when I got the Note app, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. Like, I can kind of like have a little mini Ableton when I'm not at Ableton. But the truth is, if I'm going anywhere and I want Ableton, I take it on a laptop. So it's not really the thing for me. However, this is a hell of a lot more sort of a little bit more fun than a laptop, I'll be honest. But anyway, it just works. It just works. And it could work for you as well. So that's the first set I did. Let's have a look at the one that I did with all the samples of my mouth, which is only just 2 things. Let's have a look at this one. I just imported it in at the tempo that the other previous one was at. But yeah, you can see how those are my samples there. Those are all the settings I made. So it's like it's interesting that it's kind of grouped. It's a drum rack grouped into another drum rack. Yeah, at some point I'd be interested to see if there's a way that you can make your own presets and then send them over to the Move. But I don't have time for that right now. Let's listen to my amazing singing I did here. All right, so there you go. Now let's try and look at controlling Ableton. So I'm going to, those are all saved to my cloud now, which is very nice. I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to go new live set. Don't save. No, thank you. So to get to controlling live, I believe we have to go shift and settings and we go down to control live. Right, I need to plug in a USB and here's the USB that I normally have my push plugged into, which is and tucked away behind a few things. Hold on a moment. Right, this can go in the back here like that. Allow access. Yes, that's fine. So I believe, there we go. It's now ready to control live. So I have a set I was working on the other day. I've started making these sort of little drum funk, drum rack things. And maybe I can sort of play with them a little bit. So this is sort of some of the work that I've been doing. I'll just close all these. It's really just about this single drum rack here. So let's put that there. So sorry, I was getting a little bit, enjoying my own work a little bit too much there. So that has loaded in, the Move has snapped to that drum rack, which is this thing down here. Let's go to this. Oh my goodness me. I was getting deep with a drum rack. So it's loaded into this instance of this instrument here. So I think, if I turn this, then it's going to turn this dial here. If I turn that knob there, it's turning that dial, and that's going to turn that one, which is my low cut. And then this is the macro I've made for make the sound drums go choppy. And then there's a feedback for the things that have got echo on them. So that's pretty cool. But let's have a look at maybe something else. So I believe if we press this button here, we're going to go into clip view. Now this green thing down the side is basically your scenes. Because I guess these buttons probably, the capture button probably works with the capture button in Ableton. I guess this is a delete button. I guess this is a undo button maybe or something. So it wasn't really the thing to do to have scene things down here. So they've put this. So here I can, obviously you can't hear anything, but you can sort of see that when I trigger this, I'm triggering this scene here, this one here. And then I guess we can move up and down like that with this up and down arrow. So you've got a bar of 4 scenes. And then let's maybe actually just get an entirely new set. Let's make a whole new set. No, don't save that. And let's maybe get in like some instruments. Let's just get the core 808 in, delete that, and maybe, I'm not hearing anything. I need to set my output. Here we go. we could maybe just hit capture there and see what we got. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. Let's just put a blank clip in here and maybe do like, well, maybe we can try it here. So let's see if the step sequencer works with a clip. Yeah, look at that. I'm entering the notes in from the step sequencer, which is very, very like a little push. So, you know, lots of people are saying it's a little push. It does have some of that functionality mirrored just in a slightly different layout. So I just was able to put those closed hi-hats in here. Let's try it with the kick. Yeah. So we've got very much the same sort of control with a drum rack. Let's get in like another instrument. Let's get like let's find like some operator preset or something. Or actually, I'll just make one myself quick. Now there is an arpeggiator, I believe, which is this one, I think. Oh no, that's velocity. It's this one. And then I think you press it again for repeat off. No, maybe the arpeggiator only works when you're just using it in standalone. Repeat off. I did find this the other day. Okay, I'm actually just going to turn it off. Let's change the scale. Actually, maybe we can do it here. I wonder if it'll change. Yeah, so if you change to the global scale in Ableton, it will change here. Okay. So, those are sort of the two. I've loaded up two instruments, so we can go back to instrument one. Now it's ever so. It's obviously slightly, you know, this is horizontal, whilst Ableton is verticable. So we can navigate selecting all the instruments, but we're kind of going up and down rather than left to right. But if I was to, you know, get something like a delay in here and put it after my operator, then I can actually navigate to that from the Move by turning the scroll wheel. So you can see here, if you look down here, when I turn the scroll wheel, I'm switching between operator and the delay. I kind of quite like that. And then as you do that, the parameters available along here are updated. Now, I don't know how many parameters are available. Let's have a look. Filter frequency, filter resonance, A coarse, A fine. I don't know if there are like other pages, maybe with the arrow keys. No. I don't know how you would get to sort of more pages of accessing parameters. If anyone knows in the chat, tell me now. Otherwise, you've maybe got like the first 8 controls. So that's not all bad, because if you did want to use this for performing, then you would just do the group and do the macro thing. So I can say, right, I want my filter on macro 1, and I want my delay time on oh, hang on a minute. Let's actually put that in the group. I want my delay time on macro 2, and I want my I don't know, something else. Anyway, I've done that. Let's rename them here. Let's say this is filter, and then this is delay time. And then, so here, let's see if they've mapped. Yeah, so now they've mapped to the top parameters. So if you were going to kind of, I think if you were considering of using this in a live performance and you wanted to get access to some parameters, you probably want to group them and macro them. That's what I've done on push anyway. It's much easier than sort of going through banks and banks and banks of stuff. So, and then again, here we are, click this button, and here we are in the session view. So if I wanted to launch that clip and then go back and record. Another clip there. I've done that. Much like just using Ableton the normal way. If I want to delete that, then I guess I can do that. If I want to copy that one, I can do that. It's the same as push. Really the same as push. I don't know what kind of like mixer, if there's like a mixer page. So that is for the... So this is mute. Okay, we've also got some, I think this is track selection. Yeah, so these buttons down here that do kind of line up with the tracks. These are where you would select the track. So I'm selecting track 1 here, this is track 2. This is send, reverb A, this is B, and then this is the main. So you can select tracks there if you're concerned about that type of thing. I'm wondering if I can get to some volume control. So this is the master volume. Yeah, I wonder if I might have to look on the manual. Let's get the manual up, shall we? Look at manual, tell you what to do. Although we have to go right to the top. Let's see if there's like a controlling Ableton bit. In control mode, here we go. Using moves control. Let's just go to here. Hold shift and the mute buttons, delete buttons. Yeah, okay. What about controlling the mixer? Is that something you can do? Volume encoder, adjust the volume of that track in note mode. Selecting tracks, note features, instrument submode, drums submode, slicing submode, session mode, controls. Yeah. I think maybe I'm not seeing anything about that, but it's maybe... I would think that you would maybe have like a page where this is the volume for that track and that is the volume for the other track. Oh, what's this stuff? The session ring. Well, we know about that. Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to do some more research. Like I say, I've been spending more time playing with it just for very specific things and not researching how to do other specific things. Anyway, so there's a little glimpse of how you can use the Move to control Ableton. There was something else I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to try and sample the radio. So let's just listen to this 808 thing a bit whilst I catch up with some comments here. Hope you're all having a very nice time. I'm going to go and put these rather subpar Move projects on my Patreon later. This is actually something that I sort of quite like about it, is that because I run a Patreon page, and my thing that I like to do on there is I like to make Ableton projects and I like to put them on there so that patrons can download them and do whatever they want with them. And I can still do that with the Move. In fact, I could have been doing that with Note the whole time as well. So I can see it being quite a good thing for me in terms of like finding interesting things to do with it that can still be shared with people who don't own one, because provided that they own Ableton, and most likely probably Ableton Intro. I suspect that all of the instruments and devices that are being, well, maybe not Wavetable. I don't think Wavetable's in Intro, but certainly standard. So there's something in there that I think I quite like. Whether I would use this as a controller or not, I don't know. However, I do like doing the drum rack thing, and this is, I mean, I do have a Novation Launchpad X, but that's just a grid. Also, you can use this as an audio interface. So if I actually went into my Ableton preferences right now, I went to the audio tab, the Ableton Move is there, 2 in, 2 out. And I believe that it's also there for MIDI as well. Is it there? Oh, no, maybe not. I know that you can send MIDI out of it, but I seem to have not. It's not there. That's just the control surface thing. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. I did see Simon Lyon controlling his Moog with it. Not sure why that's working for me. So it can also be like a pretty useful like audio interface for super light gigs. And I like to do super light gigs. I'm not traveling around with loads of stuff. I literally just want one bag with a laptop and maybe something else. So the 4x4 like layout here with the drum rack is quite nice for me. I do like the drum racks. Anyway, let's read some of your comments whilst I drink a beer. Shift plus clip the song, then upload the cloud. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we did that. Okay, let's drop some amen. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. So why don't I come out of controlling live and try and chop up an amen. I was actually going to save this for a better video. I don't see why I couldn't just have a quick go now. So we need to stop controlling Ableton. So I'm going to press Shift and Settings. Got 74% battery left and I've been using it for an hour. That is not a bad. Standalone. Okay, here we go. So now we're going back into standalone. I'm going to make a new set. Choose a set. Right. There's a little bit of noise there. That's a little bit nasty. Okay, so I'm going to go to my drum rack. What's that noise? Ah, I know. I reckon it's because I got the USB in. Maybe if I take the USB out. Okay. Okay, that noise is gone. Can't think why that might have been. Getting some noise down the... When you monitor the mic, it's... No, I don't want to do resampling. I want to do... When you turn monitoring on, it's really...
So here I am just talking to you on the mic. It's really ASMR. It picks up all the sounds from the thing itself. Oops. I just recorded all of that crap. Hang on, let's delete all of these. Oh, did that work? Oh, and now I'm slightly confused because I'm hearing myself from the built-in mic. Anyway, this was just a silly thing to do. Let's turn that on.
And then I'll come back here. Right, there we go. Anyway, so the mic is a really good ASMR microphone. You can sample yourself touching it and make some cool sounds. Anyway, so I'm going to put some breaks in here.
Oops.
Haha.
Oops.
Yeah, I've just recorded all of those stupid sounds. So now what I'm going to do is get it looking good on camera first. So let's go to let's load in the blank kit. So I'm going to go to kits. I'm going to go back and then go back again. And then I think, yeah, templates, drum kit. The choke kit would maybe be quite useful here, but instead I'm going to try something different. I'm going to set the choke myself. So let's go to drum kit. And now we have an empty drum rack. So we'll go into this pad. I'll go to this sample and I'll go back. No, I'll go down to user samples. Here we go. So here are my folders. I've got some breaks in here. And they're all one bar at 160 BPM, I think. So that's a good one. And then here's like an 808 kick. And then here's a think. And then here's the DJ gunshot sample. It's really rather loud. So let's put the think break in here. And then we'll go to... Okay, I've put that in then. And I'm going to copy that to there. Oh no, actually, I'll tell you what I should do first. Let's actually delete that. Let's go to the no notes to copy. Let's go into the settings for this pad by holding shift and touching the jog wheel, going to parameter banks, go to main bank. Let's go to filter and setup and see what we've got here. Right. Somewhere there's choke. Right. Choke. I'm going to turn choke on. Now there's only one choke group, but I think that's perfectly fine. So I've choked that sample. So now when I copy that sample to other pads, it's going to be choked. So I'm going to copy that now to this one. Now they're choked. So for this one, I'm just going to move to a different start point. Now I'm going to turn fixed velocity on, which I believe is that one. So they're not actually fixed velocity, it's full velocity. Now we can go a bit louder, I think. Okay, so I'm going to copy that one to that one and give this one a different start position. I'm sure there was a way to zoom in. I don't know if it was shift. Oh yeah, there we go. You can hold shift and then do the... You can't see. There we go. You can hold shift and zoom in even closer. So let's try that with this one. Yeah, there we go. You can hold shift and zoom in really close. Now, they don't loop. They don't like loop back around. At least not yet. So the drum sampler doesn't have like looping in it. It has start and length, and then it has like a loop playback effect. But that's not according to the start and end position of the sample in the kind of wave editor part of it. Anyway, so we've got like a very, very basic chop thing going on there. Now, if I go to my tempo and set this to 160, which I think is how fast the samples were. So there's no warping, none of any of that stuff. But we do have note repeat. So let's put note repeat on, which is this one. And I'm going to set the note repeat to 8th notes, which kind of acts like a little real-time quantizer. And that one kind of cuts off a little bit. So we could take a copy of this one, put that there, and then on this one, we could go to a different playback effect. We could set this to stretch and stretch it. Let's get another sound in. Let's go to this pad. Come out of that window. Right, okay. So we'll go to this pad here. Go into the menu. Yeah, come on. Go into the menu. Scroll down to user samples. I'm going to go into my breaks. Let's see what's in the Hoover. Let's go see what's in pack 1. Wow. These are just sort of cheesy sounds that I got off my hard drive. That's not actually a huge amount in there. Let's go back to my breaks and let's put that 808 in there. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, that one. This 16 steps thing is pretty cool. I think we can change the scale as well. So we could say, we could have the scale maybe be in pentatonic, maybe minor blues. Can we go up an octave? Yeah, this thing is going to be perfect for banging jungle. So if I could put in like a little pattern here. Let's put a little... No. So you could jump to all of these different slots of samples that you can have and play them kind of all sort of chromatically if you wanted to. Let's get another sound in here. Let's come out of that thing. Let's go here and let's go down to my user samples and let's maybe get that special request thing that hey. Yeah, but I don't want it to be that long though. Hold. duplicate the loop. Is that it? I can't remember how you're meant to make the loop longer. What's this button? Loop length. Okay. Let's go 4 times. What have I just done? Let's see. Let's see what's that. All right. I didn't mean to do that. Let's undo that. Yeah, I don't quite know how to get out of the, how to make something 2 bars or whatever. So I'm just gonna work with 1 bar. Okay. Okay, so that is. Let's transpose that up. I tell you what, like I don't want to moan and be one of these people that go, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, like when it kind of came out, like I love it. Like I've got this terrible perversion for reading comments from people about when things like when new products come out, particularly on social media. They're like, oh, I wish I could do that. No, it's not for me. No, it's not for me. Ableton, you should be doing this, not this. This isn't for me. Why have you done this to me? And I'm kind of thinking this only happens on social media. Like when you're at a bus stop and there's an advert at the bus stop, people aren't standing at the advert for the bus stop going, it's not for me, sorry. And they're not like getting their pen out and writing, not for me. Very disappointed. No, because that's weird. So why do people do it on the internet? I don't get it. But I hope that maybe one day we can get some like probability. So when you click and hold a step, you've got transposition, the start position of the sample. So I'm guessing these are all the things that you can parameter lock. And you hold the volume to adjust the velocity. Is there anything else? I thought it would be so nice to have probability here. I don't think it's in there. So I like the idea of doing quite a lot with a very, very small sequence because I like that about Electron stuff. But anyway, let's take those out. Let's get another sample in here. Let's go to my user samples. Go to breaks, put an amen in here. So I'm going to copy that to there. This one I'm going to... Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Right, they are not choked, so let's choke. No, we probably won't choke these because we've only got one choke group. So we'll just let them play. Let's change the repeat time to 16th minute. Yeah! That was a bit silly. Oh my God, what have I done? All right. That was a little bit silly. But yeah, we can chop up amens on it, no problem. You can chop up an amen on anything. What's happening in the chat? There's something YouTube synth losers with $200,000 worth of synth making 40-minute videos about how they get triggered by Behringer out to learn. What? People get triggered by Behringer? I don't understand the Behringer thing either. Behringer release a thing and everyone goes, I'm not buying anything from Behringer. And then everyone goes and buys it. And then Behringer do more of it. It's like Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, they release an update. Everyone goes, release Grand Theft Auto 6. Then they go and play the update. And Grand Theft Auto keeps releasing updates. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But they all go and buy it anyway. Anyway. Can you use your samples on your mobile? That I can't demonstrate because I'm using my mobile to shoot this live stream. But that would be something that I could have a look at another time. I do kind of quite like the move. The idea of like being able to sort of chop up amens on the sofa without a laptop with this little thing is kind of nice. It's very, very, very basic, but it's kind of a lot of fun. And the note repeat just kind of makes it so much easier. Actually, let's try the arpeggiator. So let's go to something. We had that thing earlier, didn't we? Let's try the arpeggiator with this one. So this is the note repeat, and then but you can go back here. No, let's try that again. No, that one. Arp, repeat, off. Ah, here we go. Style. Right. Okay, got it. So this is up. So there's an arpeggiator on here, which I like very much. I always missed that about the push, actually. I always thought, God, the push has got this note repeat. Would be nice if you could actually just record the MIDI in. Actually, that said, I've got a Novation Remo SL49 SL Mark III here, and that's got a really good arpeggiator on it. You can't see it, but like... Oh, that's another thing. I've just remembered something. I'll be right back. Hold on. Right, I'm back. So the other thing that I wanted to show you, which might be a little tricky because of the camera angle, but you can plug in a keyboard and play the synths from the keyboard. So I've got this really old and dirty Akai LPK25, which is just a little thing I bought once because I needed a tiny keyboard and I just kept it because it's quite useful. It's just a tiny little keyboard. So I'm going to plug that in to the USB on the back, the USB-C or whatever it is, and then now I can play the synth on here from this keyboard. Oh no, I can't. Why isn't it working? It worked earlier, I swear. Oh, there we go. It's working. Right. No, it isn't. Why not? Come on, you... Damn it. This worked, like, the other day. There we go. Oh, I think it's just a dodgy cable. But anyway, it does work. You can plug in a USB keyboard and play the synths from your controller keyboard. So that... I thought was also pretty cool as well. It's too dirty to work. You're absolutely right. So there's an arpeggiator on the Move itself. And you can't go wrong with an arpeggiator in my opinion. And the pressure, so the pressure is responding. So press harder. It's opening up the sound. If I relax, it's closing the sound a bit. So there we go. Maybe I could put that over my banging drum and bass. Right, I'm just going to go get another beverage. I'll be right back. Good viewers, enjoy this banging beat. So, what's happening in the chat, people? 64 monophonic sample tracks. Well, yes. If you put it like that, then yeah, you can't, because you can actually, I could load in 4 drum racks here. And if you're okay, like if you're a one-shot person and you're not really too concerned with like the no warping. I mean, again, I don't want to moan. I don't want to be one of these people that's like, oh, it doesn't do that. I don't want one because it can't do that. Because I'm not one of those people. But I will say this: if it could actually just play audio clips, really basically, like if these could just be audio tracks, really, really, really basic clip, like. Maybe I could do it on the computer and dump it on here and, you know, I could just have audio clips in here. I think that would be really, really brilliant. Just really basic, no complex pro or anything like that. Just repitch and beats or something like that. Just super basic because there's so much storage on here. You know, I could easily have like entire tracks of stuff. I just think that would be so great. I don't know whether that's going to come along, and if it doesn't, I don't think I'd really care. I just kind of thought that was the first thing I thought was, oh, is it going to play audio clips? Oh, it doesn't. Instead, it's a really, really good one-shot drum rack beat machine, in my opinion, with some bass. You can do bass and chords, whatever. So like, what was the other thing? Yeah, so 4 tracks of 16 is 64. But then very quickly, you could easily just go to the set overview and just go to another thing, go to another set, and then you could have that all loaded up with a whole other bank of 64 sample slots. Which leads me nicely onto the final thing that I wanted to do for the rest of this live stream, which was some more sampling, what I call blind sampling or perhaps deaf sampling, which is when I'm going to sample something without knowing what it's going to be. And I'm going to do that with my digital radio, which I normally listen to when I'm in the bath. Let's just have another quick look at some of these. Did I just make that set? This one. All right, let's go in here. No. Yeah, the capture buffer is a weird one. Anyway, Def sampling, never heard of it. No, well, that's because I just made it up just then. Of course you haven't heard of it because it doesn't exist. I just made it up. Can it Auteca, though? In session mode, you're talking about my 404. What are you... Oh, you're just talking amongst yourselves, are you? For mixer, hold the step sequencer slot under the track and move volume. Oh, where did you find that? Okay, I'll save that for another time. But well spotted, Trevor Ranks, for pointing that out. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Where's the lead? Did I bring the lead with me? I think I need to get the lead. Hang on a minute. You can listen to this whilst I go and get that lead. I don't know what I did with the lead. Oh, here it is. Right, so I'm going to plug the headphone out of my digital radio into the line in on the Move. And I want to do this cool thing where... Oh, that's nasty. Let's maybe... Right, so this is going to be... I want to go into sampling. Oh no, wait a minute. Let's go into this set. Shit, I should really turn that off. I don't want to get a copyright strike sampling the radio live on YouTube. Let's go into this set. Let's go into this drum rack. Let's go to the instrument preset. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go to drums. No, actually, let's just go down to templates. Let's go to drum kit. And now we have a completely empty... thing here. I wonder if I do that, if it will delete. It doesn't delete those instruments. Anyway, so now I want to go to sampling and I want to turn monitor off. I don't want to hear what I'm going to sample. So this isn't so much a demonstration of the Move. This is actually more just a demonstration of an artistic concept. I've done this on the Octatrack and I've done it in Ableton. And I've done it in Max loads where I've got something ready to sample, but I don't know what it is. And then I can sample and I'm just presented with something there's a really good VST plugin called Radio, which is every single internet radio station ever in a VST plugin. And I wrote a little Max patch to randomize the station, so that I can just hit a button, it'll pick a random station, and then I can just sample whatever's playing on that station at that point. I'm going to do a very crude version of that here with the Move. So and I don't think I know how I'm going to do it. So we're coming in the line in. Let's plug it in to the radio, turn the radio on. And okay, it's playing. It looks like there's some signal coming through. Let's maybe give it a bit more volume. All right, so I'm just going to sample something onto that pad there. Yeah. Let's do the same thing on this one. Alright, let's do the same for this one. Alright, I'm going to change the station. I got some preset. I made some presets to my stations. So I got now I got another station here. Let's choose that one. And we'll go to another sample pad here. It's a little bit kind of slightly frustrating that I have to go to another page in order to put a filter on that. Like, it's really just kind of transpose, sample start time, attack time, hold time, decay time, playback effect, blah, blah, blah. But if I want to go to like the other page, I have to hold shift, go to parameter banks, then go to this page and then filter it down like that. I'm not a fan of that, I'll be honest. Oh, I'm starting to grumble. Anyway, let's keep recording some more random radio bits.
Toronto Symphony. 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 Toronto Symphony.
Pages are for books, not groove boxes, damn it. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we've got like a pattern in there. Maybe I'll do like a pattern here that's just, there's nothing in there. I'm just going to do like a 4/4. And this was what I was doing the other night, and I had so much fun. I went on for hours. I think it was about 2 hours. I just got completely lost. I had a couple of beers. I was having a very nice time. And like, I was just having so much fun just sampling into patterns that are already in there. So I'll do that now. I'll go to a different station. I'm going to sample over the top of this one with a new sound that's playing from the radio. Oops. Oh, that's weird. I've muted the whole track. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd really like to know now how to sort of make the clip shorter. I don't know what any of these buttons are. Let's have a look at the manual. The manual will tell me. What's going on here? Clip length. Or if anyone in the chat wants to tell me. Clip. So move manager settings. So it's probably navigating between sets, playing and sequencing notes, pad layout, keys and scales, picture length, editing notes and steps, maybe adjusting notes in length mode, quantizing notes, copying, editing clips. Here we go, loop length. Right. Once the clip has been recorded or captured, the loop length is shown beneath the track preset. Yes, I got that. A thick line specifies the bar it is selected in the loop. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I get that. Use the left and right arrows to move between bars. All right, but what if I want to make it... Okay, that's bar 1, bar 2, bar 3. But what if I want to take my 4 bars and make it 1 bar? You can also change the length by pressing this. Well, that's 4 bars. But then how do I make it shorter then? Octave down. All right. So do I have to turn this? Got it. Right. So now that's 2 bars. Cool. It's kind of it's sort of awful, cacophonous, random crap, but like when you find something really good, it's amazing. Like sometimes once in a while you'll just sort of like capture just like a soft little bit of something. Maybe it'd be better if I just had it all with classical music. So let's just delete all of this. No notes to delete. No, I want to delete the sample. Anyway, you get the idea.
We've got
Yeah, a little quiet. All right, this is very silly. So I think I'm probably going to wrap up now because I've kind of run out of all the things that I wanted to do, and also I don't want to do all of them because I want to make videos about this later. So let's go to the set page, and I'll go shift and upload to cloud here. Upload that, and then I'll do the same for this one. Shift, press that, upload to cloud, and then I'll go and put these silly things I've made on Patreon. So even if you don't own an Ableton Move and you just even own, let's say, Live Standard, I can't be certain Live Intro will work, but if you want to join up and get the stupid mess I've just made. Also, one thing to talk about is that once you've got all of your recordings and stuff, I feel like that is not really, those aren't the recordings I've just done. Maybe I need to like connect again to it. So let's go to settings, let's go to cloud on, go to move in your browser. Yeah, I did that, but like these are clearly not all of the sets that I've just made. So I don't know if something's going on where it needs to like update. I've just said update or send all of those to cloud. I ain't bloody done it. Did it do it or not? Let's come out of here. Make local. Oh, so they are in the cloud. Let's have a look at Ableton. Let's go to my cloud. Yeah, there they are. So there are all the things I've just done. Okay, that's fine. So they're not, for some reason, they're not in the Move Manager. But here is where oh, they're there. It's all right. It's updated. So yeah, you can see so it's actually 2 pages. Whilst I was messing about there, I recorded all of these sounds. Now, actually deleting these is really painful. You do have to do it one by one. I have gone on the center code and said to Ableton, I think you need to put a little checkbox here or do select all or something, because deleting, I've recorded 200 random crap sounds from the radio and I want to delete them. And doing it this way was not very nice. But I have asked them. I'm sure they can put that in. Really, really, really. I'm sure that's easy to put in. But yeah, everything can be organized here. All right, so that is it. That's it. I'm done. No more Move. That's it. I've had enough. We're going home now. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you had a nice time watching me mess about with Move. And like I say, I'm going to go and put those sets now on my Patreon, although they're not really that good. I was just messing about. But, hopefully maybe I'll be able to make some better stuff once I get to know it a little bit better, because no one wants to watch me sitting here going, oh, no, I don't know what. However, I did want to ride the hype train. Well, not really the hype train, more the hype scooter, because I decided that I would wait a little bit until the hype was over. I came in on my hype skateboard. I came in on my hype moped. Oh, hello, everyone. I've got to move. Yeah, that's so last week, mate. But anyway, I personally kind of think it's quite cool. And actually, weirdly, it sort of made me want to get on the push. I do have a push, and I think it's amazing, but I really only use it just to press play. And to do drums and stuff. But it actually really kind of got me thinking, I really need to spend more time trying to use these things the way that they want to be, the way that they're designed to be used. I'm sort of someone who is quite willing to accept that someone made a decision that, like, we envisaged that this is how people would use it. And I'm quite willing to go, yeah, all right, I'm willing to use it like that. I don't want to go, no, it can't do that, so I don't want it. I'm a little bit like, no, I want to try and do that. I want to, yeah, all right, this is a thing that I can take to the pub and use in the pub or whatever. Or indeed, I'm on a train or whatever, I want to get into that. I want to get into, like, being thrown 4 random presets and just seeing what happens. And maybe something good might happen. It might be crap. I don't know. I like that. I like that I think what it's set out to try and do, it does very, very, very well. And yeah, like I say, it kind of made me look at push a little bit differently. And I thought, I'm really not giving enough time to my push, because I've been using Ableton since it's version 3 for over 20 years. I just like the mouse. I'm too, moving into different environments is a thing that's sort of like a big commitment. But to casually kind of like have something to make music on away from the normal way that I would do it, I'm always happy to try these things out. So enough of my rambly rhombus. Thank you everyone for watching this stream. And and before you go, just something very, very important I want to tell you. Whether you are a Patreon member or not, remember that this Saturday I will be doing a very special live stream where I will be playing music made by members of my Patreon page who will only be using samples that I made when I made one sample pack every day for September. So if you are a paid member, remember to do that now. Get it done by Saturday, because I'm going to play the songs. We're going to meet up around 8 p.m. and we're all going to listen to each other's music. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm going to listen to the music that my patrons make, and they're all going to connect with each other, and maybe they'll make some new friends, check out some of each other's work. And if you want to get involved in that, then go and join the Patreon. Or if you just like Ableton, go and there's so much stuff. There's like 300 Ableton projects on my fucking Patreon that you can get for £5. So I will see you in the future. Also, I didn't really talk about any of the new stuff in Live 12. But I have a huge list of Ableton Live stuff I'll be doing over the winter. I've got this massive I've got this massive list. I took a bit of a break because I wanted to play Star Wars Outlaws and not really do things on computers. But I'm done with that now. And I've got this massive, huge list of cool things I want to do in Ableton over the winter. So hit subscribe and, you know, that stuff. Okay. Cheers, everyone. See you next time.